Maybe a towering 6-foot-tall, 1-ton police stallion that, frankly, Warhorse would be proud of. But being called Brian has gone down rather badly. Yes, Thames Valley Police deemed Brian to be too wimpy a name for a horse on the front line of law and order. So they wanted to rename him to something more warlike, say Caesar or Thor. But there was an outcry from the great British public. Complaints included, Brian is not a sissy name. Brian is a very respectable name for any creature, big or small. I think it's a great name for a horse. Just imagine Brian the Wonder Horse. So the police have decided to do a U-turn and let Brian keep his name after all. Brian is yet to release a statement, but his colleague, PC Andy Barkus, did the talking.
Why do you think some people might think Brian's not a police horse name?
I think it's the same as having something like fluffy and pudding, and you know, it just doesn't sound like I don't know about heroic, but an official type name.
We don't want to offend any Brians.
No, I don't want to offend Brians. No, I wouldn't dream of it. I've got to go out the back gate tonight, and I don't want to be attacked by a herd of Brians.
And let's be honest, the world is blessed with many Brian success stories. Actor Brian Blessed, for example, he regularly plays heroic kings. Being a Brian has never stood in his way. Brians can be rock stars too. Take Queen's Brian May. And then there's TV scientist Professor Brian Cox, proving that Brians also have brute brain power too. Celebrity Brian Bello told us Brian is a solid name.
You wouldn't be ringing up at 3 o'clock in the morning if you're stranded Hercules, I don't think. Well, you know, you'd be like, excuse me, I've got things to do. Well, if you ring up Brian, you're like, oh, mate, don't worry, I'll come down, I'll get on the M25 later, even if there's traffic or whatever, I'll look after you.
So there you have it, a victory not just for this Brian, but Brians across Britain. Minnie Stevenson, 5 News.